To all the liberals that are just struggling so bad right now, just with all the losing that you guys keep doing, just one loss after another, you guys are just losing. My heart goes out to you. My heart goes out to you.
Guys, this is a video that I posted that absolutely set the leftist mob off this week, and their attacks against me have been absolutely wild. Let's get into it. Welcome to my channel, Outspoken Samantha. I appreciate you being here, even the trolls. Do me a couple of favors, hit the thumbs up button, become a subscriber if you're not already, and turn on your notifications so that you never miss out on a conversation like the one we're about to have. So I debated on whether or not to even make this video because when you're being targeted by an unhinged mob, you really do have to ask yourself, is it worth the hassle? Is it even worth the headache? It would be a lot easier to just retreat into a corner as they are trying to currently get me to do, and as they have tried to get a lot of people who disagree with them to do. And it's easier to keep your opinions to yourself because you never know what these unhinged leftists who are so riddled with anger and hate will do. You do have to take a pause when you know that the evil that they have absorbed has made them believe that their actions, no matter how vile they are, justify whatever behavior they want to carry out. Because as we know by now, they do not see their fellow man as human beings anymore. They see anybody who disagrees with them as nothing more than trash that needs to be disposed of, which is ironically exactly what the man they claim to be against believed, which is Schmittler, that you can pick and choose who has the right to speak, to work, to participate in society, and to even exist. And when you reach that level of soullessness and dehumanization, as history has shown us, these are the kind of people who don't think twice about taking your human rights away, your constitutional rights away, your freedom away, as they act as pawns for the most evil leaders and media influences in the country, because what the heads of their own party says give them the permission that they want to be the despicable human beings that they have chosen to be. So I have been targeted by this angry mob this week, and it's been interesting to experience. So how did this all get started? So I'm sure most of you have already seen the video of Elon Musk at the inauguration where he was sharing his heart with the crowd. Now I'm going to play the full minute of this video because it has been cut up by the media and the whole situation is what matters.
This is what victory feels like. Yeah! And this was no ordinary victory. This was a fork in the road of human civilization. Okay. This you know, there are elections that come and go. Some elections are, you know, important, some are not. But this one this one really mattered. And I just want to say thank you for making it happen. Thank you. My heart goes out to you. It is thanks to you that the future of civilization is assured. Thanks to you. We're going to have safe cities, finally, safe cities. Secure borders, sensible spending, basic stuff. And we're going to take Doge to Mars.
So clearly this man was very, very excited. And I can understand how the left would be very confused by this because despite trying to vote for a candidate that promised immeasurable amounts of joy, they don't actually know what joy looks like. And what a lot of people have reminded us of is that Elon Musk has openly admitted to having Asperger's syndrome and that he is on the autism spectrum, which explains some of his speech patterns, his eye movements, and probably some of his awkward public moments. And I don't know if that's what this was, but ultimately anybody with two brain cells to rub together knows that what he did has nothing to do with schmozzyism. But considering who puts the narrative out on the mainstream media, I'm not sure that they have two brain cells to share between all of them and the people who still take them seriously. So of course, As we all expected, it took about 2 seconds for the media to propagandize this situation, because that's what they do, to clip it and cut it and remove the context and put their own spin on it.
One of his rousing lines, indeed. And yes, that salute was evocative of things that we have seen through history. And of course, we do want to bring it up to be able to take a little bit of a closer look. But I think it's worth noting that Elon Musk has started to play in politics, not just here in the United States, but across Europe as well, including a far-right party in Germany that he has pushed. He's, of course, pressured Keir Starmer, the prime minister in the United Kingdom.
Anybody watching what Elon did knows that the smear campaign against him right now has nothing to do with his arm gesture and everything to do with his support of Trump. Because as it turns out, there are a ton of clips of Democrat politicians doing pretty much the same thing. Got Chuck Schumer, Barack Obama, Bernie Sanders, Elizabeth Warren, Joe Biden, Hillary Clinton, Tim Walz, AOC, Kamala Harris. So clearly the double standard is beyond glaring in this situation. Oh, and the president of France. So again, it's abundantly clear that this is nothing but a smear campaign by the propagandist media, because they are really, 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 really upset that their lies didn't win them this election. And they're really upset that they have almost no public trust anymore. They have almost no power or influence anymore. And the most they really contribute to society are clips to laugh at and to make memes of. But unfortunately, there are still a few who are keeping them from going under completely. And these are the people who have been most easy to brainwash and most susceptible to manipulation. Despite social media being overwhelmed with people telling these guys who are listening to the mainstream media that you are completely wrong on this and that you need to wake up and stop making fools of yourselves, as we know, they are too dedicated to their hate and their anger to see the truth. Instead, they are digging themselves further into a hole, as they usually do, and they are asking people who are defending Elon, which is like 99% of the country, if this gesture wasn't a big deal, then you do it. Do it. Do it.
Everyone defending Elon and what he did, I want you to do it. Do it. Post yourself on here doing it. Do it when you guys greet each other in public. Come on, have it be your thing. Own the libs, right?
Now, none of us have anything to prove to these people, because we know that it doesn't matter what we do or say. They're not interested in being proven wrong. They're not interested in considering how far off they are on about 98% of the things that they say and believe, and that's being generous. But some of us humored them and decided just to see if it would work, if we're like, this really isn't a big deal, and if it would change anyone's mind.
Oh my goodness, Democrats and liberals, I know y'all are having a hard time. You are having a hard time getting this transition going with Trump and his golden age. But I just wanted to tell you guys, my heart goes out to you. My heart goes out to you.
And then, of course, I showed you the one at the beginning that I did. And unfortunately, I don't know about the rest of these guys, but my video has gotten a lot of attention by the trolls, and that includes attacks across social media and on my business pages. As most of you know, I have been a wedding makeup artist for the last 15 years, and a lot of these trolls have found my business. So they've started leaving fake reviews on my business listings, leaving comments on social media pages about me being a schmaltzy sympathizer, and tagging my friends and past clients. They've been emailing me, and they've even been texting and calling me in the middle of the night. It's been absolutely wild. In fact, this is one of the voicemails that someone left me.
Samantha, is this the Samantha? Why'd you take your TikTok post down, Samantha? Are you doing your cute little Steve Kyle? You cropped out half of your frame, though, so guess you're just a coward like the rest of them. A Nazi. Press 1 to replay message.
Your karma is coming for you. Tick-tock. Tick-tock.
Press 1 to replay message.
So yeah, it's been a little bit nuts. And I know this isn't even a fraction of what people who have bigger channels and much bigger followings deal with. And I am used to troll comments and getting a decent level of hate here and there, but this has definitely escalated a little bit. And I also understand that the more I grow on my platforms and my channel, it's probably going to become more frequent. So in response to this, I did make the decision to put that particular video on my TikTok account on private, at least until these people move on to the next thing that they're going to be angry about, which is probably going to take like 5 minutes. But it was hard to do that, to make the choice to put the video on private, because I don't ever want to be bullied into being silent about my political beliefs. However, I do have to think about the safety of my family. And as we already discussed, these people have no limits about what they will do. Now, am I really worried about it? No. But I also have to make sure that I'm being smart and not just thinking about myself. And you guys can let me know if you agree with my choice to do that, or if I should have handled it differently or not put the video on private at all. I also wanted to share this with you guys because I know it can be really hard to speak out about what you believe in because there are risks associated with it, particularly in the political climate that we live in today, and particularly as we're dealing with a party that is just so loving and tolerant. And I understand why so many people choose to keep things to themselves just to keep the peace. But I do have to say, if we stop talking and if we remain silent, then the bullies win. And I think at this point, we have more opportunity than ever to normalize talking about America the way that it was founded, talking about the Constitution and its true purpose, to remind these insane leftists that just because they've been the loudest voices, especially for the last few years, it does not mean that they represent the majority of the country. And also to remind them that these words that used to mean something like schmatzy does not mean anything anymore, and they have no power anymore. And that whatever screaming and crying that they throw at conservatives, it has no meaning, because I guarantee that whoever these people are tagging in my comments are looking at this raging and just going, wow, looks like another unhinged leftist, because no one is on their side anymore and the pool of insanity is shrinking. But I would love to hear all of your thoughts on this in the comments below, and let me know if you have experienced anything similar. Be sure to hit that thumbs up button. Make sure that you are subscribed. If you would like to support my channel in other ways, there is a pinned comment below that says buy me a coffee, and that is a $5 donation. And all of your generosity is always truly appreciated. Other than that, keep it real, guys, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.